Perfect. All right. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Tanya Sheldon, and we are so excited that you are here with us or that someone is sharing this presentation, this recording with you. I live in Meridian, Idaho, and I get to present with a dear friend of mine and a teammate, coworker, Kristin Storm tonight. And we are super excited to bring to you our passion and our love for a company called LifeVantage. We're going to do an overview for you. Kristin's going to share what she knows and educate you about our products. And then I will round it out at the end and tell you a little bit about the business side, but don't be scared. We're going to make it very friendly and very fun. So, Kristin Storm has been a part of LifeVantage for about 8 to 9 years. She is married to an incredible man, Scott Storm. Look him up. He is a world-renowned artist, and it's going to blow your mind when you see what he's done. Look him up. You'll be mind blown. They have twins together, a boy and a girl, and they're very proud parents, remarkable people with very servant hearts, and you are going to be very blessed by her tonight. So, Kristin, the floor is yours, my dear.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tanya. I'm going to share my screen just like you showed me. All right. Can you see that?
Yes, great job.
Okay. Is it full screen? There we
Not
go.
yet.
Is it now?
Now it is.
Perfect. I'm learning. Okay. Well, I'll get started. Thank you so much, Tanya. This we're going to be learning about a company called LifeVantage, and it has been such a remarkable thing. I didn't go looking for LifeVantage; it found me. My name is Kristin Storm, I guess, but I suppose Tanya already told you that. But my story began back in February of 2016 by a very dear friend brought this to me. And she was very excited about some new health information that she had. And at the time, I was thinking, oh, okay, well, this is going to be maybe just another thing. And we sat down and she gave me all the information. And I remember after she was done talking, I truly felt like my head was exploding. It was going in a million different directions. And I was skeptical, but she had just placed something in my lap that I knew was really fantastic. And so, two questions came first to the forefront of my mind. The first one was, this sounds amazing. So, why don't I know about it? And second of all, why doesn't everybody that I know, love, and care about know about this? So that thus began our journey. We started activating as a family, my husband and our two kids, Summer and Logan. And what was some of the precipitous behind this of jumping on board too was the fact that um, with my husband being an artist, he needs the fine motor skills, and he was getting concerned about some stiffness that was happening in his right hand. And hence me too, because in my left hand, I'd wake up in the mornings and it felt kind of stiff. Plus, we're self-employed, and if this was going to be what kept us out of the doctor's office, we were willing to give it a try. So we got started. The kids were both in their senior year of high school, and they were track jocks, and we knew this was going to give them a competitive edge as well. It's BSCG, Banned Substance Certified Group, so that if there's any kind of testing that is ever done, it'll have no bearing on testing because it's all naturally based products. And we got started with this, and it literally has changed everything for us. And I've been blessed with good health my entire life. But this took my good health and put it up into another level that I just didn't even know existed, which was beautiful. And what a gift. So I feel incredibly blessed to be activated every day of my life. What we noticed collectively, both Scott and I, is the fact that we had our energy increased dramatically, stamina, the aches and stiffness after a few months were gone entirely. And then I was going through my change of life at that time with menopause. And oh my goodness, those, the yuck for any of you that have experienced it. um, And I know it was working because I did a dumb thing and I pushed an order into the following year. So we were in December at the time, and I just thought, well, I'll just put it in January's numbers. And so I was without it for about a week and a half, and holy smokes, I could really tell the difference. So I know it was working in that regard. And our physical workout recoveries were incredible. Just because if you do anything out of your physical wheelhouse, you usually will at least notice or pay for it the day after type of thing. And we noticed that the longer we were activated, the less and less that was an issue, which was amazing. So, and for our kids, with them being athletes, we knew that it was going to be tremendous so that they would be able to push harder, to work out longer, and then of course recover faster, which was great. And one little side story about my mom, with recovery and healing, is the fact that she had a knee replacement when she was 80 years old. And excuse me, she had the first one done. And I told mom, I said, she's been activated, but kind of off and on. I said, you really need to be consistent with this. And her story after she had the surgery was the fact that she was in an entire month ahead of anyone else that had the um, same procedure. And I went to her physical therapist and I said, well, how often do you see something like this? And he said, it's rare. And then he paused and he goes, no, it's very rare. So I was really grateful that I could give that to my mom. So that's really fun. So, if the information that you hear tonight is unlike anything that you have ever heard or seen before, that's because it's unlike anything that's ever been, which is really exciting. So, you are in the right place at the right time to hear about an advanced technology. So, um, my experience with um, sharing this is, oops, why is this not advancing, Tanya?
In the lower left, you should be able to see like a little arrow, or just click on your space bar. That might,
Oh, because I was using the arrow keys and it's not moving. Oh,
when
boy,
you
leave it to
highlight the
me.
lower area, when you highlight the lower area of your screen, is there an arrow that you can click?
There's a little, looks like a pencil. It says annotate.
Is there anything, like click on the screen itself?
Okay.
And anything, does
Oh,
the
there
arrow,
we go.
okay, got it?
I'm glad I have your expertise because I'm at a loss. Thank you so much. Okay. So, what we've done for decades is the vitamins and the supplements. And they they have their purpose. They move the needle a little bit, but when we throw activation into play, it is leagues out of, leagues ahead of what we've done for decades. So, in my experience, when I share this with people, oftentimes I'd say 99 out of 10 or 90% of the people are more apt to just dismiss it as another vitamin or another supplement company or whatnot. But the truth is that the activation story is one of the biggest and most significant breakthroughs in the history of health and wellness. So, when we look at this, what we've done for decades is a one-to-one ratio in the fight against oxidative stress. Um, when we do activation, we're looking at 1 to 1 million, and I'm going to explain that a little bit more in the coming slides. But because we are so vastly different than anything that's been, we needed to create a new category because we didn't fit into anything else. And so that is an area called nutrigenomics, which is the study of plant-based um, ingredients and foods and how it affects our genes and the onset of disease. So, with that said, here's where it all pretty much began. And what happened is that Dr. Joe McCord, who was our formulator, and then um, he was making these claims because he's the one who discovered Protandim NRF2. Um, the scientific community was catching what he was saying about being able to lower oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days and up to 70% with continued use 100% of the time. But because there hadn't been anything prior to that to affect oxidative stress in such a profound way, a lot of people were like, that's not right. That can't be right. So ABC Primetime Investigative Report got a hold of this, and they came to investigate and to technically debunk what was being stated. John Quiones, who you see on the screen there, he came with a team only to find out that everything Dr. McCord was claiming was absolutely true. And with a blood test, his results were even better than the 40% in 30 days. He had a 45% reduction in just 2 weeks, which is amazing. So I'm going to put a pin in this right here. And I'm just going to say the last couple of months, I've been doing educations, teaching people about activation. And I always pose 3 questions to all of my people or my students. And the first one is, how many of you have heard about oxidative stress? And if you have, put a 1 in the comments, because I was the same way. When my dear friend came to me, Gloria, I didn't know, I had never heard of oxidative stress. So I was like, well, what is this? And so the second question is, do you know what oxidative stress is? And if you do, put a 2 in the comments. So, and then I pose a third question. And it usually stumps most everybody because I haven't had one single person raise their hand in all of the classes that I've done so far. But how many of you have actually, in all of the history and what you can recall in any conversation with a provider, with your health, whatever specialty, have you ever had a conversation about oxidative stress? And not one person has raised their hand. So by and large, I think a lot of people don't know that this is associated with them, with all mammals. So, what are the facts about oxidative stress? Well, it affects everyone. So that's you, that's me, that's everyone we know, love, and care about. That's the entire human populace on this planet or on the globe. Plus, it also affects our fur babies. So that's my sweet little Lucy pup that I have. That's dogs, cats, pigs, cows, horses. If you're breathing, you have oxidative stress. So, what we know about that is that it begins in our early 20s. And Dr. Dondi Nettles had said that we're in 2 stages. We're either growing or we're aging. And so once our bodies stop growing, that's when oxidative starts kicking in because it's the aging process and it's basically our bodies breaking down. And so it starts in our 20s and it slowly, I mean, it accelerates as we age. So oxidative stress is associated with aging, as well as we know that it's a root cause of cellular dysfunction and hundreds of diseases. All right. There's no way to stop it. There are some people that feel, have said, oh, that doesn't pertain to me because they didn't really understand what it was. And no one is immune to this. So, one of the doctors that I had just listened to at the Bobby Kennedy Roundtable in Washington, D.C., had said it's literally a wildfire in our cells. So, it's clearly not a good thing and it's destructive, but it's part of breathing, being human. So, as I had said in that previous slide, what we've done for decades is a 1-to-1 ratio in that fight against oxidative stress. And when we are able to activate our bodies, we're with this breakthrough that we're going to talk about here shortly, we're able to get 34 trillion cells in our bodies to activate and create antioxidants so that we are taking one of those antioxidants, protective enzymes, and it's eliminating millions of free radicals. So we can either do 1-to-1 or we could do 1-to-1, several million. Okay. That's what makes this very profound. So when this aired back in 2005, we had, I think it was 5 million orders that came into the ABC website. And that tells us several things. First of all, people are listening. And second of all, they want to get their hands on it. And thirdly, there were medical universities, medical centers and universities that were coming from around the world that piqued their interest because they wanted to take Protandim and use it and study it with the diseases that they were already studying. And that's self-funded research, which is really pretty cool. So This is Protandim NRF2. This is our flagship product. And again, it addresses oxidative stress. There is no other product that is powerful in the manner of which Protandim is that can address oxidative stress in such a profound and impactful way. Um, this is backed by 30 plus peer-reviewed studies, which are found and scrutinized at the highest level of medicine that we have in this country. And the reason that we have so many is because of this 2005 investigative report. Um, I just heard recently from Jacob Hines, who is our big global sales guru, and he had said, I challenge you to find another naturally branded product that has as many peer-reviewed studies as we do. He said, you won't find it. So that's really exciting to know that we're a unicorn in this industry, an anomaly, if you will, and that we're pretty much standalone. And this science is protected by 7 different patents, which is really fantastic. So we'll move on. So we have a hashtag that says take it to make it. So our flagship NRF2 is comprised of 5 different ingredients or herbs. It is milk thistle, turmeric, green tea, ashwagandha, and bacopa. And when you put all of those together, it creates a synergy, and that allows our bodies to make antioxidants or to give the cell more energy or to create better sirtuin activity, to detoxify, autophagy, longevity. So there's a multitude of different things that we can do with activation that ignites powerful health, which is really exciting. So one of the next activators that our research and development crew came up with was collagen. And I heard one of our gals say the other day when she was presenting, she said, I wasn't excited about a collagen. There's collagen on every corner, it seems. And I felt the same way. I was like, okay. But when I started understanding what it actually did, then I got excited. So, our True Science liquid collagen is superior and unique for several reasons. Um, the first one is that we have the ability to actually create our own collagen within our bodies. So rather than supplementing and taking a collagen and kind of pushing it into the cells and hoping that it's going to work, we have True Science liquid collagen that is actually turning on our own God-given blueprint, which is really exciting because no other product has or collagen has been able to do that. Plus, we have 10 different types of collagen in this product, whereas most of the supplemental collagens that you find on the market have 1, 2, maybe 3. Okay, so that's very exciting. And we do supplement like the other collagens on the market as well. So we activate, we replenish, excuse me, but we also maintain. And so what does that mean? It means that we can express the gene that breaks down our collagen, and we can express that in a way so that it will be able to maintain and it holds onto that collagen longer, which is very exciting. And no other product is able to do that. Now, when you have the combination of these two together, it does some really pretty remarkable things. And this is called our Healthy Glow Stack. You can see that it changes the collagen density by 100% in just 8 weeks. I also learned that it expresses 13,000 of our 28,000 genes. So you've got almost half of your genes going to work beneficially for you. And it also does something significant in that it is the only product, and this came from Dr. Nancy Bryan, who is on our scientific advisory board. She had said, this does something that no other product, either medical or natural, has ever been able to do. And so it gives us the ability to stop unnecessary signaling with the immune system. And so what we're finding, it's kind of like leaving that light switch on so that it's in a constant state of action. And so what we're able to do with this combination is that it brings it back to a place of rest so that it can restore. And yes, it's just a really incredible thing to be able to tell you all of these different things that these products do. It's really exciting. So with that said, here's are just some pictures that kind of show what this combination and collagen is able to do. And so, based on these pictures, if you can see it outwardly, imagine what it is doing for you internally. So, that's exciting as well. So, we didn't stop there. We have a skincare line that is infused with the NRF2 activation. And this is just one of a four-part skin collection that we have. And this is called True Renew. And what's fun about this is that I felt the difference in just one application. And I couldn't stop touching my face. And I know you're not supposed to, but I couldn't stop myself. Um, this is a plant-based retinol alternative. And I can tell you from experience, I used to work in the aesthetic field, and holy smokes, I tried retinols and I really struggled with trying to acclimate my skin. It was just hard because there was harsh side effects. And I finally just gave up because I didn't want to take it any further. I'd had enough. But what's nice about this is that this visibly firms and smooths skin in 21 days, and it helps address and tackle 11 visible signs of aging. So you're getting a pretty phenomenal bang for your buck, if you will, that it's addressing 11 different signs. It's like having 11 different serums in one jar, which is amazing. And so it helps reduce the appearance of fine line and wrinkles. Now, if you notice on your screen, there is a little symbol there that says think dirty. I don't know if it's on your left or right, but it says think dirty and it says a zero. So what that is an app that you can download onto your phone. It is an independent testing company that takes topicals, whether it's lotions, hair care, skin care, lip balms, deodorants, you name it. And what they do is they assess the chemical content in those, and then they rank it or rate it. So I'm happy to say that LifeVantage has all zeros and ones in all of their topical products, including collagen that is a zero in our so if you have the green, which is a zero, that's usually a 0 to a 3. That's green and clean, is what I call it. And then if you have a 4 to a 7, it's a moderate yellow. It's not great, but it's not horrible either. So it's kind of middle of the road. And if you have anything that's 8, 9, or 10 and it's in the red, you might want to throw that in the garbage can because it's not doing you any favors with all the chemicals that are in it. So, um, we'll move on to our Axio Brain Drink. And this is actually a new nootropic. And I don't know if any of you have ever heard of that before, but it helps with cognitive support. And this is an incredibly clean formulation, no GMOs, no artificial flavors, colors, any of that. But what you're seeing on the screen here is a 9-year-old after using this Axio drink for just 1 week. You can see on a spelling test there that the first one is really kind of messy and a little erratic and a little scattered. And in just 1 week, you can see the effects that it has on his brain as far as him being focused and being able to, make those letters much more specific than they were kind of erratic before. And this is an absolute must in our household. It helps with mental clarity and it powers your brain and your body and it supports positive mood. And there's so many, we have some really wonderful, delicious flavors in this. And I did put on here one more example. This one I found really fascinating. This was a brain research study that was done by Dr. Jeffrey Fannin, who is a neuroscientist. So his job is basically to study the brain. And what you see on your screen there on the left-hand side is the first scan that he did on this 15-year-old boy. And he's clinically diagnosed as ADHD. And he was incredibly disruptive in school, phone calls to mom and dad. It was a pretty common thing. So he had done the brain scan on the left, and you see that it's very erratic. It looks like fireworks. There's some, kind of red flaming areas and whatnot. So he put this boy on NRF1, NRF2, and then also the Axio drink. And after 12 days, he took a scan, and that's what you see on the right side of that graph, which is astonishing. And he even said so himself. After 23 or 24 years of doing this type of study, he had never seen anything this profound. And so what he said he summarized is that there's something profound happening at the cellular level, which is very exciting. So these are fantastic products for the health and the function of the brain. So, what else can we activate? Well, this is our GLP-1, and this has been massively, massively received by the public, which is so fun. I was down in Kansas City with a bunch of the rest of the team, and that was for the launch. And we had such a response to this new GLP-1 that we actually broke the internet, which is really pretty cool. It was a little frustrating for some that were trying to get their orders placed, but I didn't know anything about this product or even what GLP-1 was. I made the assumption that this was GLP-1 was the synthetic that was on the market that has, been a really, really massive trend with it's a prescription and needles and there's side effects and things of that nature. But with this, it's actually a GLP-1 is a hormone that our body creates naturally. And that it plays a crucial role in regulating blood sugar and the appetite and digestion. And what I think is really amazing about the role of GLP-1 is that it helps your metabolism and your appetite, but it allows the stomach to empty slower, which leaves you feeling full longer. And it changes the cravings in your body. And I just thought, I'm hoping that it works like what everybody is telling me that it's going to do, because it did exactly that. And it was really, really phenomenal. So we did a 12-week human clinical study. And interestingly enough, they didn't put anyone on a scale because this is for weight management, but there are also some incredible benefits that I'm going to show you shortly. But in the 12 weeks, they didn't even put any of the people in this trial on a scale until 2 months, which I think is good, because I think maybe we sometimes put too much stock. And then we're seeing with all of the, I don't know, before and afters, and some of what people are seeing is that the scale isn't necessarily changing, but their body composition is changing. And so we, after this clinical study, found that we can increase GLP-1 naturally just with 2 tablets and then some powder that you see there with the mind body system. There's MB Core that you take right away in the morning, and then you wait a minimum of 30 minutes and then you take the powder. Well, they found that in this 12-week study that you can lose an average, or most people lost an average of 9 pounds in just 8 weeks, and then up to 25 pounds in 12 weeks. So that tells us that that 2 month to 3 month period is where more of the magic happens. So everybody that is taking this should know those numbers, just because to be patient, I guess, is what I'm trying to say on that one. 100% who lost weight did not lose muscle. And my understanding, only because I know several people that have been taking the synthetic or the semaglutides, is that they're losing muscle mass and they're also losing bone mass, which is absolutely not a good thing. People lost 27% of visceral fat. And for those of you who don't know what visceral fat is, it is the stubborn white fat in our bodies, usually found in the midsection. And it can be dangerous because it collects around internally in our organs as well. 82% took back control of their relationship with food, which I can attest to. And then 95% had decreased sugar cravings. So, and these are just 3 of the multitude of hundreds that we're receiving in now. And to see the changes on people, it's really extraordinary. People are feeling better. They're more confident in their skin, but there's some really beautiful changes that are happening. Courtney on the right side there had these changes in just 30 days, which is fantastic. Now, I told you about health benefits, and this is what I meant with brain, liver, GI tract, heart, bone, muscle, kidney, and pancreas. These are some, I mean, aside from the weight management and weight loss, you're also receiving incredible health benefits for these areas in the body, as well as opening up the conversation between the brain and the gut communication. All right. So, let's see. This is our product line. It's not real huge, but it is a majority is created with the NRF2 science, which makes it very unique. And there's a handful of these products that are award winning as well, which is really exciting. So we already talked about take it to make it, but we can also share LifeVantage to activate an opportunity with the ability to earn supplemental income or leveraged income. So with that, I am going to stop sharing and I'm going to hand it back over to Miss Tanya.
And boom, bang, boom, I'm gonna start from here. Oh, Kristin, that was amazing. I'm so
Was
proud
the
of you. Way to
holidays?
go.
Yay,
Oh,
I did it.
you did it. You sure as heck did. Hi, everybody. So I'm back. And yes, I'm going to take it over from here. I wanted to share with you real quickly the my own GLP story. Mine and my husband's. We've been on it. For me, it's just at 2 months this week. And I cannot tell you, I was sharing with the girls before this started and men that I used to go in, like I was at Trader Joe's today. Here's the best example. And during the holiday, Trader Joe's has all of these sweets, like really good sweet treats of all kinds, cookies, chocolates, all the things. And every time I've been in there lately during the holidays, like I don't even look at them. So I am just grateful that getting my lower hormone, that GLP hormone, getting my gut right is getting my brain right. And it's allowing my body to tell me what it really desires and needs to be healthy and have nutrition versus what I thought I wanted and craved. I just don't think about that anymore. Do I still have some sweets now and again? Yes. And most of the time when I grab them, it's because I'm like truly really hungry. I don't crave them though. So it's just this system is allowing me to be, it's easier to be healthier. And it's just really, I see the changes it's making in my husband. He is becoming lighter. He is becoming um, just that's the biggest word I can say is he's just lighter. He wants to do more things. He wants to make healthier choices. It's the most phenomenal system. And please know, I mean, this is with any of our products, this is with anything that you do in your life. It takes time. I tell everybody if you're going to commit to trying any of this, this is a 12-week process because your body goes through a 12-week healing cycle typically through anything that it goes through. And if we've gotten this far, it's going to take some time for our body to readjust when we're trying to get it healthy in whatever way and whatever products you choose to do. But when it comes to the business, I got involved with LifeVantage in 2011 because of the business. I was a stay-at-home mom and I was looking for a way to make extra money without having a boss. I just was tired of not having extra money at the end of the month and I wanted to have more choices in my life. And I knew that I had it in me to do something great. And I love this industry of network marketing because anyone I had ever met that was successful in it, they did it by helping a lot of people. And so I knew that if you could make a difference and you could solve problems, you could also then help your family and honestly build a legacy. And that's one of the big things here is we can solve problems for people when it comes to our products and everything you heard Kristin say, especially in the GLP-1 space. 82% of adults are managing their weight. 120 million are trying to actively lose weight. 3 out of 5 experience low energy or exhaustion. 43% are living with chronic pain and 62% use anti-aging products. People are trying to take more control of their health on their own. As a company, we are rock solid. We are debt free. We are financially transparent. We have sold over $2 billion in products, but I'm telling you, this coming year, 2025, is going to be a transformational year in our company because of the space that we hold in all of those products. When you think of anti-aging, weight loss, skincare, hair care, pet products, energy, We have a space in every single one of those categories. They are not fads. They're not going to go away anytime soon. They'll be around for a very long time. So to be with a company that is so financially transparent and is in the activation field, we were featured in Newsweek with other technology companies talking about the trends of the future. And we were the only network marketing company that was highlighted in that entire publication. So we do stand out from the rest. And here you can see it talks about following the trends, and it also talks about affiliate marketing. What's really great with LifeVantage is you have an option as to how you want to build your business. And the average affiliate marketer as of January 4th of 2024 was making an estimated $82,000 a year. That can make a big impact in a family's life. And when it comes to other trends, again, in that GLP-1 space, I thought GLP-1 was the shot. I did not know that it was a hormone in your body. I'd never heard about it. And sadly, a lot of the research I still do today when I try to look more at it, it goes right to the shots. There's not enough education out there. And so this business opportunity and having our hands on that, we get the opportunity to share with people what it really is and the power that it really holds in the body. And look, they say the top 25 drugs of spending in 2023, the semaglutides, the shots, they were at the top of it. And they say by 2031, this is going to be a $200 billion industry. We have a solution when it comes to what people are looking for. So you can evolve and earn and learn while you earn with our compensation plan. Through sharing the product, you can earn compensation just by bringing in customers. You basically can be an affiliate, share with customers, ask people if they're open, letting them know you might have a solution for them, plugging them into tools that we have, plugging them into a system that we have, but most importantly, plugging them into our team and our community. If you are watching this back or if you're here tonight as a guest, the person that invited you is showing you the system by putting this information in front of you. And that is a tool that they are giving to you to help you learn. And they're learning at the same time, but they don't have to know everything like what you're seeing tonight to get started. We have people and resources to help you do that. Level commissions. If you want to build and grow a team, this truly is where your life can change. Nothing compares to being able to share a product, really change someone's life, and they become a raving fan of that product. And every month they're ordering it, you get a residual check from that. That is leveraged income, and there are not very many occupations in the world that provide that kind of income. This is a kind of income that for me and my family, when life was really hard and I didn't have it in me to show up, I didn't have to worry about checking in with the boss or taking time off or sick leave. I was able to step away, but the wheels kept in motion in my business. Checks continued to come in to keep our family afloat as we went through and got through those low seasons. This is just kind of an outline. I know these ranks don't mean anything to you, but the numbers you see in parentheses are based on the amount of product volume that goes through someone's business on a monthly basis. The senior consultant one is what we call our core rank, and that's having 1,000 in volume on a monthly basis go through your business. And that's where we want to help you get right away. There's so many incentives that are in line for you to be able to do that. And at that rank, you're making an average of $247 a month. And then it goes up from there. And I want you to know, Kristin and I, and probably the person that invited you to watch this, we know people that we have them in our back pocket, these executives and these presidentials that are helping us on a daily basis better ourselves and get this information out to people. We are still a baby apple as a company, and we need more voices to get this out. So I just want to highlight a few people on our team. Vicki is a senior consultant 3. So she has what is it? 6,000, I think, in volume going through her business on a monthly basis. And Vicky said yes to LifeVantage for the community. She said yes to be around people that would motivate her, that would believe in her before she believed in herself. And now today, like she is flourishing into a leader. She's been here probably about the same amount of time as Kristin, I think, maybe a little longer, but loves this company, loves this community. And now with GLP-1, it's completely changing her life and changing her business in the process. And the fact that she can gather customers, it's really giving her the kind of paycheck that she's never had before in her business. And then we've got Kristin. You heard about Kristin. You heard her story, how she was invited, why she got in. But Kristin is what we call managing consultant one. And the really fun thing about this rank, I'm telling you what, Kristin is at a level where she is able to qualify for what's called the summit. And the summit is when you can hold this rank for 3 months consecutively. You get flown to the corporate offices, you get everything's paid for, you get specialized training, specialized treatment, gifts galore, and they teach you. It's leadership training. They pour into you as a leader in our business and in our industry. And then the executive consultant, that's me. I've been here since 2011, and I'm telling you, these executive ranks are what have been life-changing money for me and my family. When I got in, like 3 months in, I remember I was making like an additional $400 a month, and you would have thought, I thought, like, I'm going to be able to go out and walk on water. Like I have made it. I was so excited to be making $400 a month. I was so excited. And now to be where I'm at today, I still pinch myself and I think, wow, only God. Like, oh my goodness, the things that are possible and the things that can really be changed in your life when you just help enough people. It's amazing. And all we want to do is help more people get there, help more people see what we've seen and believe what we believe and get this out to others. So, why LifeVantage? Why now? I'm telling you, if you've ever thought about having your own business or you know somebody that might be looking, maybe it's not you, maybe it's someone else you know, everything is in alignment right now for this company to take off and to thrive, especially in this new year. But by getting in before the year is done, you get that tax write-off. That is a really big deal, home-based business and the tax write-offs. But we want you to get in where you fit in, whether it's a customer or a consultant. When it comes to customers, we have stacks for you. And the stacks mean you can buy the products individually. For here, instance, you see GLP-1 here individually. Or in a stack, what we'll do is we will put the products with other products in our pipeline that we believe work really well synergistically. And I cannot speak enough about the premium stack. GLP, protandim, and collagen, I will do whatever it takes to make sure that my husband and I have those four always in our bodies until the day God decides we shouldn't be here. They are so good together and they work in tandem and the synergy is there. And two, that collagen, it helps with the elasticity of your skin. So for some people, if they're losing a little bit more weight, it's really going to help that elasticity as you're taking off the pounds. And then if you want to be a team member, and you want to come in on as a consultant, you're going to get the lowest pricing and you simply pick a pack. You pick a pack to get started. We have about 11 or 12 for you to choose from. These are just some that we highlight because they basically lay out a game plan for you that if you choose this pack, then here's a great stack to go with it for you to get the next month after that goes in alignment with what you're choosing to come in and get started with. This multiplier enrollment pack has 3 sets of my favorite things: the protandem, the collagen, and the mind body system. So you have one for you and your spouse, and then another one that you could typically have to, if you want to enroll like a friend, you could give that extra pack to your friend while they wait for their order to come in. Once their order comes in, they give it to you, and then you always have a pack to get people started with as they get started as customers. These are just some other options that we have for you. The really fun thing is too, the Axio is super good. Kristin talked about that in the Mind Body powder in the Enhance. Really, really good together. And then here we have the Mind Body and our Healthy Glow stack together. And these stacks that we have give you the best savings, the best bang for your buck when you get going too. So yes, we're in a sellout situation. Yes, we've been on back order, and it's really just such an awesome experience. I mean, it's crazy what we've been going through, and we cannot wait to be on the other side of this. But the thing is, we don't want you to wait, because when the product comes back in, which will be the second, third week of January, maybe sooner, when it comes back in, they're going to get that product out right away to people that are already waiting in line. So the further up in line that we have you, the sooner that you're going to get it when it comes back. And then come the first of the year, we should be rolling all set and never be in our back order situation again, which will be so great and so fun, especially when it comes to New Year's resolutions. And then the last thing I just want to offer up to you as a new consultant, you have the ability to be a part of our LifeVantage Healthcare. The options that are available to you are phenomenal. This was just a godsend for me and my family, and you don't have to qualify for it. Literally, the minute you become a consultant, you could literally sign up tonight, and then tomorrow you could have a consultation with the healthcare plan and see what fits best for you. So that's been a really great thing as well. And having that really shows the foundation that we are trying to lay for the future that we want to have as a company. So we thank you for being here tonight. We're so glad that you tuned in. We hope you love the information. If you have questions, please get back to the person that invited you, and they can direct you maybe to other resources, or maybe someone individually that can help you get your questions answered and find out where you fit in, or where you want to get started with those products. So happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas. Thank you for being here. Kristin, I loved presenting with you. I'm so
Me
proud of you.
too. Thank
Way
you.
to go. Everybody have a great night. Bye.